Hello, welcome to a video. Now in this video I'll be showing you how I edit my photos for Instagram and so forth, and I'll link that in the description. So anyway, this will be quite a long video. I don't know how long it will be, but it might be fairly long. But anyway, alright, so in this I'll be using Darktable to edit my photos. Obviously I don't use Lightroom because I need Windows 10, and also I'll be using this thing, AirDroid. If you're on Mac and you're using a Apple phone, like an iPhone, or like an iPad or God knows what else, to upload your photos, you can just use you can use the thing that Air thing, and I don't know what it's called. I don't use Apple, but because I've got an Android phone, Samsung, I use this AirDroid. You connect it up and you can send things directly to you. It's a bit glitchy sometimes, but it works. So, right. So anyway, I've got my SD card already plugged in from what I've took photos today, and we'll start editing them. So what I do, you click on this down here, and then we'll go down to go to this PC which you're already in. Don't worry about that. That's just my external hard drive. Then we go to EOS digital, or whatever your memory stick is. Memory stick your SD card is. If you haven't got this on, don't worry. That's just a file which doing the latest firmware. Let me know if you want a video on that. Just let me know. DCIM 100 Canon. Right. Okay. Well, that's what mine's called. Right. Where it says .cr2, that is the raw file. That is so I take in raw file and JPEG mode. So raw file. It's good at editing your photos. Use raw file. It's very big, but it is what it is. Right. Anyway. Okay. So what I do is I open this bit here, so as wide as I can, or not that wide, don't need that wide, and go up to here, view, and then we click preview panel. So now it says selected previews. Now we click on the first one, wait for it to load. So this one's very foggy, and instead of clicking down once, same image, I'll click down twice on my arrows, which is white. So the moon. Oh, these ones are ones I took at school, So you keep going through and find the best ones that you want to edit. We'll get this picture here of the moon, and we'll get this picture here. So we know them so far. Well, I'll just hold Control, I'll press C, then I'll go off here, make a new folder, and I'll call it like edit or something. Go in it, pressing it, hold Control, press V to copy them into there, and then you can carry on searching to weave photos. Okay, so this one I took of the tree in the mist or fog. Now I know the best one I took at the end, so I want to go to where the end is. Okay, this one. It looks a bit overexposed some areas, and it doesn't look that good at the moment, but that's what we plan to fix. Hold Control, press C. Go into our edit. Hold Control, press V. Okay, so I would cut through the video, but my editor's being a bit of a pain, so you're just gonna have to see me do this. But at least you can see exactly what I'm doing without all the cuts. See, I like this one, so we'll Control C, Control V. I'll also put down in the link description what camera I'm using as well to take these. So I have these two, that one or this one. We'll do this one and we can straighten it up. Okay. See, not all of them are exactly in focus, but okay. So I'll get one of the horse. I think this one's, see, I personally prefer this one, but it looks a bit too bright on edges and it just doesn't look as good. But this one, the lighting's really good, so now we can crop it anyway, and it's nice and sharp. So tree, hold Control press C, and then Control and V, and then we carry on going through. 218 items. That's 218 divided by 2. That's how many photos there is. Because obviously we're just looking through all the make sure we're on the profile. We're just looking through the raw files. Okay. This is where I try to do some panning. As you can see, I'm not the best, but we try. Okay, well, I don't know. Well, no, we won't do that one. This is just of an old place, an overgrown petrol station. Okay, so these ones are I like them, but I remember taking some of I'd say like this, for example, have just a bit more things in them, like this one. Which one? See, the trick is to flick through them. Okay, I'll go for this one. It's got more of the tree in it. Yeah, we'll do this one. So it was this was when I was walking home today, so we'll just put loads of photos. Some of them are the same, some of them are different angles. Just trying out different ways. Sorry for all the silence in this video as well, but I can't. My edit doesn't really work, so I've got to use OBS to do what I can do. Okay, we'll go a bit quicker. I got a picture of the moon, so we'll include this one or this one. We'll get this one and we'll crop it. And I'll also show you how I crop my images as well. So I crop them in a certain way as well. Oops. See, this one's quite nice. See, this one's nice, but you got, like, you see the orange do there. Yeah, it sort of sticks out a bit. So we'll go for this one here. Oops. Okay. Right, here, next ones are from the bonfire I took tonight. Okay. Oh. So it's in between these two. So as you see, what I do, I keep flicking through between different photos, see which one I like more. I think I prefer this one more because you see this bit here. Just looks, no, it looks clean, looks a bit better. So I really like that one at the door, so we'll keep this one. What's this one? Well, you know how I took this as well, by the way. I will show you how, like, what settings I took it on and after I take it into the editor. because you can see why I take in raw mode as well. So these ones are on the fireworks. Oh, look at that. Interesting. See how I took these photos. Oh, look at that one. That one's pretty cool. I'm going to save this one. How I took these photos, what I did, I put it into bulb mode. So in the shutter speed, you go all the way down to the very end where it says bulb. And then they have the ISO on 100 because the lights are very bright. And also an aperture on the highest one, I think it was. Yeah, it was the highest one. You'll see in the video in a minute. And what you do is you see where you sort of have to guess where it is. You point your camera there, you hold. So what bulb mode does is you hold the shutter down, so the button you take the photo. When you hold it down, that opens the shutter. When you let go, it closes the shutter. So that it basically like a manual sort of like shutter speed. Some I completely missed. Here's one on the fire. This one, these like whispers. I used a low shutter speed of like about 1 second to create a nice effect. Okay, right. I think the first one's probably the better one. Maybe this one. Yeah, we'll do this one. Because then we can turn this one into like a phone background then. And we can edit out this bit here. Make it nice and clean. Okay. So that's back to bonfire. Now we're going to do a bit more fireworks. Okay. This one was a nice one. So we'll get this one as well. Now you've about seen one of the best photos I've took with as a firework. This one turned out very well. This one has already been loaded to my Instagram and also my Facebook, but I made to my Instagram, and I've cropped it a little bit. So I've cropped it about here and about here, and yeah, that one's turned out one of the best ones I think. Let me know what you think in the comments about this particular photo. And with these firework ones, or when with the fire, I won't tend to edit them. Like as in, I won't put say turn the contrast up or saturation. I won't do any of that because it's already perfect how it is. You get like a nice natural firework look. It's a nice one as well. These ones with the sparklers, but I'll count it with one hand. See what you can do is set this up on tripod. And then, so you set your camera up on tripod, put on a low shutter speed, and obviously do all your other bits accordingly. And you can capture. You set up on a timer. That's anyone. You set up on a timer, and you can draw like circles and that. That's how it's one of them on my Instagram again. Draw circles and it leaves the lines. So right, okay, so that's that. So now we have all these images here. There are reading it backwards. 13. I'll quickly flick through them. Okay. Right, okay. So, let's open them up first, and then I'll explain why I have raw files. Okay, sorry about my chair, it's very squeaky. So in Darktable, you can get it from, I'll put a link in the description for this. When Google loads, I shall show you the website. It is darktable.org, I do believe. Yes. Okay. Darktable.org. Okay. Yeah, I have got my second monitor on the right, so that's where my OBS is. Okay. So here, Darktable. This is what we use. It's completely free. Free of charge. Yeah. You just install it, and it's really easy to use. So here, obviously I've got two photos here. That's from my last edits. So when you open it up, you get with the newer versions. I do believe it's a little bit different. But dark table 2.6.2 I've got. I haven't updated it, I don't think I have. But anyway, light table, you on this screen, and here you can input an image, scan devices, or folder. So in this case, because we've saved all the images to a folder, we can open this folder, and then we can go to desktop. And then, if you wonder why my user is called Apex, it's because I used to play the game on my laptop, and it didn't work, but I called it my special account for it. Okay, and then it's called not this. It's called edit. But no, we don't want to do that. We want to go back to desktop. I'm gonna click edit. Then I'm gonna click open. Here it'll open up all of the images. It'll be on the bottom row by the looks of it. It's not opened up all of them, but we can easily fix that. Oh, it has opened up all of them. Some of them are from somewhere else, but if that doesn't work, we can import them separately. So it's image, edit. So we'll just do one by one. So number one, open. This is for the moon. Okay. So as you can see, there is a lot of grain. Here we have grain, but we can't turn it off. So I'm still working on the grain bit. With Lightroom, you can go into the grain and just turn the grain off, as in use the sliders. So for this one, I probably won't do much. I'll probably mess with these maybe a little bit. So maybe turn brightness down a little bit, contrast up a little bit, saturation not really, don't need any of that. Just double click the numbers to reset it, and I'll probably just crop and rotate this one. Now the crop and rotate I have, if you go down here into aspect, you can click it and you want to select 5:4. What this is this is the Instagram ratio. So you can put it in here, and if you upload this to Instagram, it'll fill up the whole screen. Do that. See, look, as we see, this is very grainy. So what I tend to do with these ones, I'll just leave this one. So what we'll do, we'll click light table again, and we will open up another one. So image, and we'll open up the next one. Okay, so this one, there's still a bit of weird colours around, but we'll get to that. So what I'll do, this is how I edit the photos. I just go through all of them, contrast. See, if you want to know what something does, to put up to the max, put up to the least, just get a feel for what it does. So I can either do that, or I can turn it up a little bit. This one doesn't need much. If you do too much, it goes all black and white and it looks terrible. Not very nice. So not much, just to sort of sharpen the image a little bit. Brightness, we can turn that down, but then we want to turn the contrast down a little bit. Saturation, turn that up a tiny bit. Maybe contrast down a little bit more. Okay. So now we're on shadows and highlights. Shadows, you can decrease your shadows, or you can make them stronger, yeah, even. Or you can get rid of them. The slider's a bit awkward to work with. So in our case, it's around the edge, so it's making like a vignette sort of thing. Let me know if I'm saying that wrong. I think I am, but highlights, this would be this bit here. So we can turn this down. Oh, that doesn't look good though. See, this could be another image where it doesn't look as good as expected. Compress the blacks, but it's just compressing the whole image. We could put a crop in here maybe, like that. See, I don't think this image looks as good as I hoped it was going to. So, as again, I think I might just leave this one and just move on to the next image. So you might see me, I'll do this a lot. I'll pick out the best images from what I took throughout the day, and if it doesn't look right, I'll just, even if like it looks good, I'll bring it in and I'll just might not even use it after a while. But see, it looks good on the camera, it may look good in real life, but someone when taking into an editor, it might not look that good. So we'll just leave that alone. Open up the next image. With the third one down now, see a little preview there. See, this one is what I want to do good on, And oh yeah, let me explain what it is by why I use raw mode. So with raw mode, say exposure. So with here in raw mode, I can turn up the exposure, and I mean it's a bit bright already, so it's just going to make it white. But if turned down, you can see more detail. So you can see, look at that. You reveal more detail. As you do that with a normal JPEG file, it will just go black and straight to white. It won't do that. With ROM file, there's so many pixels, it's actually taking that actual image. It's a bit confusing how it works. But also, the same in Photoshop. We open a RAW file in Photoshop, it'll come up with Camera Raw. If you haven't installed it, you can install Camera Raw as a plugin. It's quite simple. And when you open it up, you can edit the photo, just like this almost. But here, look, in this on the left hand side, you can see the f-stop, which is here, look, aperture 5.6. So this one took the 5.6. Exposure 1/250. Focal length 100 mm. So that means I took it on my big lens I have. ISO 100. Shutter speed doesn't seem to be on here by the looks of things. We can scroll down if we can. There we go. You know, creator at Drumsound. That's my Instagram. Yeah, it doesn't look like shutter speed's on here for some reason, but it's basically you can see the image information and see what lens you're using, the raw file. It stores all that within the camera. So here, what I will do, I will turn down the exposure a little bit, just to reveal a little bit more details. And brightness, turn the brightness down a little bit as well. Contrast, not too much, because we'll, if anything, turn it down, because it's already a foggy day, so it just adds to the fog a little bit. With an image like this, if you turn it up, it's not that good. It's wildlife, it's natural. So this is how I edit my. You can do yours however you want, but this is how I do it. Saturation, bring out the colours a little bit more, not too much because it looks a bit weird, and not. I mean, you can do that. It doesn't look bad, but I like colours in mine. So I'll put it, say, there. Just bring out the colours, shadows and highlights as before. Bring up the shadows, bring down the shadows. I might bring down the shadows a little bit more, make it a little bit darker on these shadows. Highlights, get rid of them, increase them. We'll increase it a little bit. Or let's put it back to, yeah, we'll increase it a little bit, just to add to that little foggy like environment sort of thing. Compress, yeah, we can compress it, compress it a bit. That's all right. Crop and rotate. We can crop it, yeah, we can crop it because it's not that bad. And then we can get rid of the dead space as well. So we can crop it, let's say, here. That's a nice crop. You can see it is a little bit out of focus, but we can just say it was the miss. So that's not overly big issue. Exposure we've already done. White balance, so this is like temperature, so we can turn the temperature up a little bit, which is what I'm going to do. Then add like some reds and increase the reds. Don't want it too much though. Temperature, I want to increase it a little bit because like, if you do it too much, it's like, well, big bruh. So, but we want a bit of like a warm, nice warm colour. So I still think that's a little bit too much. So we'll turn that down. That have a T at the moment. We'll put to the U of temperature. There we go. That'll be alright. Tint. So all this way is purplish. Well, greenish in this case, and the other will be purplish, I'm guessing. Oh, it's just black. Yeah, it is purplish, so as you can see from up here. This one just slightly quicker. We don't want to mess with that. We can increase the tint a little bit on the purple side. I'm going to reset that. And then just bring it back a little bit. It looks alright. Let's go back to the start. Yeah, see, look, it's a little bit too green, I think. So we'll just increase that to 1. Maybe up a little bit more. down a tiny bit, down a tiny bit more, up a little bit. So it's quite hard to figure out which bits you want. But I'll say that's about it. It's not got that much greens in it or anything. So now we go on to that, because the other bit is not, it was alright, we don't need that much. So this bit, tone curves, levels and gone as well, so a bit confusing. If you know how to use them, you can use them. If you understand them, you can use them. But I don't really use that. But tone curve, you'll go for the casual S and see how it looks like. So it looks alright. You can turn it off and on to compare it. So I think I might keep it. It looks quite nice. And what it is, up here is your highlights, down here is shadows. So you can see that's where your shadows. And I look really more texture and more details. And then your highlights, bring them up, bring them down. So I'll keep it like there. And here, I do believe is your contrast. So we can put that there, bring up the shadows a little bit more because it looks a bit weird. We can also go back to different parts, say shadows. Bring them up a little bit. Just then it's not too harsh on here. So round about here. So it's looking alright. Colour correction. This is a fun one to play with. Well, 26 minutes. I told you it's going to be a long video. So up here is obviously it's more orangey colours, greeny colours, blue colours, pink colours. So I want a nice orange, like sun-like set sort of colour, like a nice autumn summery vibe. So you can sort of move it around and see where you want it to go. So I would say round about here, maybe. The best thing is just look at the image as you're doing it. That's too much. There maybe. Monochrome. I don't know what this does. Oh yeah, monochrome makes it black and white. So I don't know what that does anyway. See, different bits I don't really know what it does, but we do different bits. Sharpen, obviously the radius. That's how, like, say you have a small radius, it'll only be this area, and it'll fade out. Big radius is all of the image. So increase the amount, but if you do it too much, it just looks really weird. So we can have a little bit, but it isn't. We'll keep it on. That's all right. Lens correction. See, look, when you go to lens correction, you can see. So here's the shutter speed. I do believe. I know that's the f-stop. That's focal length. No, that's focal length. Aperture, distance to subject. So you can fix your lens. So look, I'm using the Canon EOS 600D with the Canon EF 100mm lens. Then vignette, you can add a vignette if you really want to. The best way I found, if you make the middle your subject, that looks quite nice, and then you can obviously fade it out all the way to fall off strength. But it doesn't look that good, I don't think. So I shall keep that off. So graduated density. This is a fun one. So look, so we can put the saturation up. Increase saturation, but that's on the reds. So we could do an orangey red. Don't want too much saturation though. Put on here. Compression, density, stats. Oh Christ. Okay. So just mess around with different little bits and make it work. Reset it by double clicking the number. But you can also turn it around so you can reset it, so you can turn it upside down. So I can make it so it just happens on the grass. There we go. Land saturation a little bit more. Gives it an orangey sort of thing, but actually I think it looks better without it. So, or if we keep it on, it's going to saturate down even more. Yeah, we'll keep it off. It looks alright with it off. That's an alright image. That's how I edit one of my photos. So from there you can click light table. Then you can select where you want it to export. If it's like, so if you've exported it and you've moved the file, say it's on your desktop, and then you've got like another file, and you're saving it there. If you've deleted that file and you still click export, it'll create that file for you. File format, you want it in PNG, so then if you ever upload it to the web, it's just better for the web. And from there, scroll all the way down and click export. Export one image. So that's exported now. If we go off here, we can see it's created our folder CE. I've just randomly named it that, and then click on it, and there's our image. It's not one of the best images I have, but it's an image that looks alright. And from there, we can edit another one. This video has already been 32 minutes, so we could probably edit one more maybe. Let's have a look. Let's flick through the photos we have. Well, for the rest of them, it's only like maybe a little bit of sharpening, cropping, and not much actually needs to be doing with these ones, so they look alright. Right, so what we do, we click cancel, and what we do was load up Photoshop. Right, you can't see this, but I just have a window pop up saying whether it can allow it. So we'll carry on with this. As again, I can't cut it, otherwise I would cut it down to like a 10-minute video or something. Obviously, as I say, because my editor doesn't really work, and I have to just do all this. Image. Let's open up this image. Excuse me. See, look, this image, you can zoom in as well. And look at the quality. I mean, like that. Look, see, you can see the quality of the image. When you move it, it looks pixelated. But look at that. This is actually amazing how far you can zoom in. Bulk Photoshop's open. This image has to be one of my favourites I've took of the night. This is so clean. This was at a shutter speed of 4,000, I think. So yeah, here on exposure. Yeah, here we go. Look, 4,000. So the exposure, that is the shutter speed basically on here by the looks of things. So I don't know how I didn't notice that. But aperture 2.8. So we're getting a lot of lighting. So with this, the idea behind it. So the reason why I've got these is, so for fire, it's very bright, so we want a low ISO. So the ISO here should be 100. Here we go. Oh, the ISO was 320 by the looks of it. It's probably because I put in auto mode. Because it is with the ISO, auto mode, it can be alright because then you don't have to fiddle around with that. It's just a one less thing. Because sometimes it can be a bit confusing and a bit awkward set up. So that's on auto anyway. But then aperture, well, exposure, basically it goes really quick, doesn't it, for fire? So shutter speed, I wanted it as high as I possibly can. So, and to counteract the darkness of that, because obviously if the quicker the shutter goes, the less light's going to let in. To counteract that, we need the aperture to be really big. So, as in really big, I mean the hole in the middle to be like the really, really big. So, it's measured 2.8. It's measured from the outside to the in, to where the circle is. So, 2.8 to let a lot of light in. So, Photoshop. File, open. So we'll open up an image. Desktop, right, okay. Apex. Oh crap. Okay, so we'll go into our edits. So here you can't really see, you don't really get a preview. And when you get the image, make sure it's a .cr2 file. But if you hover over it, it says .xmp. We don't want that one. We want this one. So hover over it. Camera model, ISO speed, f-stop, and God knows what else. So that's what we wanted. So we can go into our edit and here, and we can find the image which we want to edit. So in our case, I think it's this one of them. We'll edit this one. We'll turn this one into a background photo. So what we'll do is we'll make sure it's 0094. Photoshop, open, find 0094. Here it is. Open. Okay, so this is what I mean. It's why raw file opens up this bit, camera raw. So look, it says what it's using, like all the f-stop and all this. Yeah, lens correction. You can take out colours as well on one of them. On the school computers, that's what we did in one of the photos. It looks like it's not in this one. Right, so we don't need to edit anything. Let's see, where's saturation? Here it is. So we can turn up saturation a little bit maybe. So we can turn up these a little bit. Clarity. So look, so max clarity, that's what that looks like. It looks a bit weird. I don't know, it looks cool. And I've got some like anime stuff, or is it just me? I've got like a painting. Now we'll open up this and see what this looks like in the full screen. Just click OK. See, like here, you got a lot of grain. This looks, it does actually look pretty cool, I think. That does look really cool. So what I might do is we'll get, where's the tool? Clone stamp tool. Maybe no, it's not that one. I keep getting mixed up between what tools it is. Patch tool, here we go. Patch tool. So we'll just go around here, draw a circle around where I want to obviously replace, and we'll just move that somewhere else. Say here. Click enter. Control D is to get rid of that selection. So the reason why we use this is because it's all grainy. There's a lot of texture on it. So we want to keep it that way, so it's not just a blob. So what we'll do, we'll just take it like that, and we move it somewhere else, and it replaces it with that, so it doesn't look as weird. Control D. So now that's really cool like that, I reckon. So now we can make it straight for one, like that. So straight, maybe a little bit more. That's funky now. Okay. Click enter. Okay. We can also crop it like that, so it's more in the center. Click enter. Now, when I crop them as well, so say if I go on the crop tool, we can go up here to where it says unconstrained or original ratio. We can click 4 to 5. As again, 4 to 5, that's what we cropped it as before. This is Instagram's ratios. So we can, after got that, how you wanted it, click that, enter. And here is this image. So all we do is go File, Save As. You can also use Export as well, with this export here, but this only has these ones, so you can't actually use these ones. So you do Save As, change this Photoshop to PNG. You can save as Photoshop as well, just in case you want to change something. Goes PNG. It's in edit folder, so we'll go back and we'll go to CE, and we'll change it to Bonfire. Save. Okay. Saving, okay, look, saving 76%. While that's saving, we can open the image again, exactly the same image. Some of them take a while to load. Go back to 94, open, Oh, it's still saving. Okay, it's just saved. And this time, so when you load it back up, the clarity, look, the settings still changed. So we can just put it back to 0, and we have this. So now we can put everything back to 0 if we wanted to. But I want to keep it how it was. Okay. So I want to open image. If you click done, just don't. It's just not a very good idea. But we click open image. Okay. And then we can do the same again with here. I mean, you could just like what you do is you don't get this tool, the paint tool. You don't just do this. I mean, if it's black enough, you can, because you can't actually see it. But as soon as you blow that up, that will have a huge effect. So to go back, you hold Control and press Z. However, it'll only go back so much. So down here, I have my history. For you, if you're on default, you have to click this one here, this arrow, and it'll open up the history. But I've moved it to down here. Photoshop is currently crashing. Okay, so you click to where you want to stop it. Take it back. Delete. Yes. So, as again, you can use patch tool, or you can use spot healing brush. This is basically content to where. So you make the brush bigger. You paint over where you want it, and you let go. Just some magic. And then what it does, it matches its surroundings. So basically, it's like the patch tool we used, but this time it's just matching its surroundings automatically rather than where we want it to go. Not that, there we go. So now we can do exactly the same thing. We can go to cropping. We can make it straight. Enter. Then we can. No, it's still a little bit wonky. Enter. Okay, then that's already crop for us because we kept on the ratio. So, but if we want it as a phone background, we can do it the other way. But we'll keep it cropped. So it's cropped like this. Now we can file, save as, change this to PNG, and then we call it Bonfire 2. Go back into here and CE and save it. Okay. And from here, I will edit the rest of my photos in my own time because it's already nearly an hour of video, which will take me years to upload to YouTube. Wait for it to save. Take quite a while. How I normally combat this is if you go onto another image and sort of go back, it sometimes quickens it up a little bit. It's probably just that probably just makes no sense, but I don't know. Or sometimes you click File, New, then just click OK. Loads of this, click off that, and sometimes it's sort of like it just quickens it up a little bit. So I'll wait for this to complete. While I wait, we'll get AirDroid loaded up. Oh yeah, my background, if not my background, I don't even know, it's from an app, wallpaper engine from Steam. So hopefully is it now done? 98 still. Okay, so this is where the magic happens. So this way send over to phone. As again, if you're on Mac, you can simply I don't really know what it is, but you can basically send it to your thing. You'll know what it is. Keep checking it. There we go. Now it's done. So, but this here, AirDroid. So what we do here. It's at the bottom. That's my Minecraft skin. Don't worry about that. That's the image I did earlier. It's all on my Instagram. So all you gotta do is AirDroid, download it on your computer, and you also gotta download it on your phone. And from there, you make an account. So you sign up on here, log in, and then you download it on your phone. You log in with your phone, and then it has my devices. You also have friends as well. But on my devices, this is my old phone, SM-A22 A520F, and then I've got my new phone, the SM-A51. So basically, I've got the Samsung Galaxy A51. So what I can do now is you go into your folders. So here it's all in CE. So I'll do from here. We'll do it one by one. So get this one, drag it into AirDroid, hover over here until you see this happen with your mouse, and then let go. Give it some time, and it's now uploading. This is from 0%, and you can do it with all the other ones. There you go. One. There you go. And soon, if you listen out, my phone should have a notification. Yeah, and if it does, you can let me know in the comments if you know what the notification sounds from. Hear it? Let me know in the comment what you think that's from. Okay, so these upload. So this one's uploaded. So now if I go on my phone, obviously you can't see this part. But if when I go on my phone, you go into my gallery, pictures. So all your all of them, and the most recent one is the one that's just sent over. Or if you can't find it, you go onto the app. So you go onto AirDroid on your phone, and see how you got this bit here, the little arrow, this one here showing folder. There's also one on your phone as well somewhere, so you can find it. So, but oh, here's the next one. Okay, cool. So, yeah, my tone is quite annoying. But however, if that doesn't work, if it does fail to load, because obviously it might be too big for it, you can simply go on to Google, and what I do is I use Instagram. It's not actually on one up here at the moment for some reason. We can get a Instagram DM Chrome extension. So you can get a Chrome extension for Google. And what I do is this is a direct message for Instagram. You download it, and then from there you can send. So you can send pictures to yourself, or you can send them to your friend. Remove. Okay, so I have to remove it first. Now I'll add it back. Okay. So you can either send it to your friend, and then you can just then you go on your phone, go into that DM, you hold down the image, and you click save photo, or you sort of send it to a second account, so it's there. But I won't go into that. That's just quite obvious anyway. So from there you can upload it to your accounts. So I will upload it to here. Let me load it up. In the middle, this reminds you of like a Kung Fu Panda. You know, Kung Fu Panda. It reminds me of that film. This particular one. When Google wants to load, I shall show you what my things are. Okay, Google signs be annoying and it won't actually load. Or it has loaded, it's just being stupid. Okay, so it was not going to load. But anyway, I shall put the link in the description for my Instagram, my other YouTube channel, my drumming one. So go subscribe to that. Go and follow my Instagram. And also, I would recommend if you take photos like this and after you've got the raw file, change it into PNG. I recommend for to have an external hard drive. I have the Seagate one, 1TB big. And what I do is I put it all into there. It's very useful. Store everything on there. So, but I will warn you, their files are very, very big. They're like 45,000 megapixels by 70,000 megapixels. So just bearing in mind that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It has been about 50 minutes. It's 49 and 22 seconds, as I just said. But yeah, sorry for the long video. But that's my thought process into my videos. And now you can see how long I take on some of my photos. Some of the photos I may just do like a little bit to it, and then you get other ones which require a lot of skill. So also it's like I can do special like wording. So for my outro, oh, don't know what that was. In my outro, I done all that on Photoshop. I can do neon lights in Photoshop. So just let me know if you want me to do like a tutorial on them. So I can do a tutorial. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll put on my outro, which I've made. So, got some epic custom music I made in the background, and it's not actually working. But anyway, it looks like a blank screen at the moment for some reason. The image seems to be a bit broken. Not unless, hang on, I can quickly fix that. Let me go back into my display. Under here, I can take, where is it? This one, over there. Okay. Now if I load up my outro, there we go. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know if you want any like other videos being done, like tutorials in Photoshop. So I know like different shortcuts and that. So let me know what you want. And anyway, if there's anything I've missed, let me know. If I didn't pronounce anything properly, let me know. Anyway, if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. I respond to every single comment. I'll probably like them as well. Challenge, I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. It's quite low, but compared to some of my other mates, what they've got, but we'll rise. We'll keep going. Go and check out my drumming account. All links will be in the description. And also what camera I'm using will be in the description. My Instagram account and my drumming account for my YouTube. So go give them a follow. And yeah. Probably something I've missed to say, so I will probably want to tell you something, but obviously I forgot. Let me know what you think of this music. It's a bit loud actually. But anyway, if you want any more tutorials, let me know. And anyway, thank you for watching. It has been 51 minutes, so thank you if you have kept through the video. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.